communication has existed for decades. The visual component only started to get more and more popular when Skype became more and more mainstream. And as Skype becomes mainstream, our comfort level gets better, technology improves, we have things like telepresence show up, and we start to realize we can use this in the world of work very effectively to help us stay connected with our colleagues across different time zones and across different geographies. So, here we are, using this far more frequently, except that COVID-19 put us in a much more precarious situation where we're now forced to use this mode of communication in very high-stakes situations. Typically those kind of situations where we would actually either get into a cab to go across town or fly across continents to be able to meet our clients and or colleagues. SCL's primary goal is to help our clients in these high-stakes situations be the most effective they can be. Manage the intended impressions, connect with the people that they are speaking to at the other end of the screen, if you will, and make sure that their credibility stays intact or even improves. So we came up with what we call the 5C framework. The 5C framework essentially is a framework that enhances the ability to prepare more effectively as well as more efficiently on the things that we believe matter most. The first of the 5 C's is content. This is not the content in terms of what you're going to deliver. We know that you know what you need to deliver. This is much more about how you're going to deliver that content. It's about how you organize it, how you make sure that the narrative that you're actually delivering is compelling and engaging, that your messages are extremely clear and well highlighted, so that none of it's lost because the visual cues right now are compromised with regards to you not being there in person. So it's the how and the content. The second C has to do with competence. Not the competence in terms of, again, what you're going to be talking about or what you're responsible for from a role perspective, but the competence on how you use this technology. Your ability to use this technology and demonstrate to the client that in the case that you need to troubleshoot, you're extremely comfortable and confident in being able to help them navigate through the functionality and possibly even the features of the software, only enhances their perception of you being somebody who really is comfortable in this world. And that goes a long way to further maintaining your credibility. The third C has to do with connect. You're not there in person with them. You're not able to shake their hand. You're not able to see some of the physical cues that you might get. So it is imperative that you use language. You pause well enough. You give them a chance to actually speak early and often enough so that they feel like this was, if you will, an integrated conversation, one where they were connected not just to the material, but to you as well through the dialogue process. The fourth C has to do with choreography, which has to do with staging. We're all in some form of a compromised situation, if you will. Either we're working out of home or offices that have dimmer lighting, etc. We want to make sure that we're staged well, that it's conducive to the impression we want to create and leave the client with. So think about the staging and think about the impressions you want to create, but also think about how you're going to work with your colleagues in the event this is a multi-person conversation, so that you're transitioning well and not cutting each other off. That's all part of choreography. The final C is about credibility, making sure that as you're delivering the information, you're always focused on creating this experience that not only do you know what you're talking about, that you're well informed, but that you're also highly relevant to what it is this individual needs to hear, or this group of people at the other end of the screen need to hear from you. And you are therefore deemed as the most informed, the most confident, the most assured individual to be delivering it. So there you have it. The 5 C's, the order in which you do them is extremely important, and making sure that you touch upon all of them in the preparation process will only make you that much more effective.